Hi everyone. So, if I was somebody that had a traditional job, I would probably be doing episodes about like crap that happens at work. However, I don't have like that kind of a job, so the closest I can get is like crap that happens at stores. I mean, they're not really in the same realm, but like, I don't really have work episodes. So, and I know I've gotten on here before after coming back from the stores, but I figured like I haven't done it in a while, and today was not a good day. Like, I got up at 8 o'clock on my own, and I went to bed at like 3. So, there's like 1 week a month where I just like have such a hard time getting to sleep and staying asleep. So I usually like try to get a lot done during this time. But anyways, so I got up at 8 and I was like, oh, great. Like I can feel like I have a whole day. I can get a bunch of stuff done. And the budget, this pay period doesn't include, like we didn't include Instacart. So because we wanted to allocate the money elsewhere. So I told her, like, oh, yeah, I'll go to Wegmans, no big deal. Because it falls to me, obviously, because she's the one that has to go out to work and be gone for hours all day, and I don't. So we also have needed a heating filter, like, oh, here's this hard stuff that I don't know how to explain. You know how the heat comes through the house and then you go down to the machine and there's like, you get this square filter and you put it in the machine that like filters the air. That's the best way I can describe it. So we've been needing one for a couple of weeks and the closest is Walmart, or we could spend like, I don't know, like more money ordering it online, which we didn't want to do. So I mentioned it to her last week, can you pick up a filter on your way home? She didn't. I asked a couple more times. She forgot. And then I just let it go. And then, really, Walmart is a lot farther than Wegmans, but not that much farther. It's only 5 minutes, further away. And for whatever reason, that just seems like a long way away in my head. And plus it's Walmart. No offense to anybody that works there, but like it's Walmart. I do not like going in person to Walmart. I would rather just order stuff from them. But we were trying to, be smart with money this pay period. So I drove so like here was the order of events. First, I went to the bank to get out money for our couples therapy tomorrow, because my therapist isn't doing insurance anymore because it's just a nightmare. So she just takes like cash up front now, and she prefers like cash because she doesn't have to do the fees. But she never asked for cash. So I was just like, oh, she mentioned that she doesn't, really care for the fees. So I figured I'm just going to go to the bank and take out the $150 and then I can just hand her the cash tomorrow. And, like, maybe I should just back up a little bit, like, maybe I shouldn't have recorded just yet, but, sorry for that gross sound. Like, I had to do the whole workup. I'm going out, I'm going to the stores, like, hopefully this won't take any more than an hour, hopefully less than that. It's early enough, there won't be tons of people out. So I went through that whole thing, and then I tried to figure out, what do I wear outside of the house? I had sweatpants on, because I don't wear jeans, and it was a little too cold for shorts. It was like 25 degrees outside, and so then I had to decide like what kind of a hoodie do I want to wear, because I have like depending on like I have to think about the possibility of hot flashes, but it like what's the point? It doesn't matter what I'm wearing, they suck anyways. So I had to, I picked out one that I thought would be okay, like not too hot inside stores. So I go to the bank, I get the money, that's not a big deal. And then I go to Walmart. These fucking store layouts, what is wrong with people? Wait till I get to Wegmans, because they redid theirs again. I don't understand, like, sometimes when stores do a complete change in their layout, I often think the first way you had it was a lot better than whatever the fuck this is. And so like I went to Walmart and they had like rearranged all their shit, so I had to I don't know. I just had to travel about. I went to the area I thought that the filter would be in, and then I was like, oh, I need a notebook. So I went to go get a notebook, and then I saw Valentine's chocolate boxes. And, I can't pass by and not pick one up. So I got one of those, and then I go to stand in line, and there's a couple of cashiers, and then there's like the whole you scan your own items and bag your own shit. I'm not down with that because I don't want to have to figure out those pay machines. Like, I don't know. I've tried before, and like I just get embarrassed if like I mess up or something and I have to ask for help. So I don't like doing those. And so like I'm standing in line. There's like one person in front of me, and then another person that's cashing out, and one of the workers comes up to me like, oh, you can just go over here and scan your own items. And I'm like, if I wanted to do that, I would have been over there, but I'm over here because I don't want to scan my own stuff. And I think it came out a little bit ruder than I meant, and they were just like, oh, sorry. I mean, I think I was kind of bitchy, but I mean, in my defense, don't be stupid. Because I was in the cashier in the lane right next to all of the available check yourself out machine things. And so was the person in front of me. And so, like they were all available for those people. They didn't want to use them. What makes you think I want to fucking use it? Like I see it over there. If I wanted to go use the machine to cash myself out, I would have done that. Like that's the stuff I used to say. Like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I was a fucking bitch. Just because I was an asshole. And I would have just caused a scene. Like, I was not a nice person in my 20s. Now, it's just I have to accept the stupidity of other people. But whatever. So, I made it through Walmart, and I'm like, okay, I did 2 stores. And now I have to do the grocery shopping at Wegmans. And it's still like, at this point, it's like 10-something. And that's still early enough in the day, where the stores are, for the most part, empty. And I go to Wegmans, and I have my list. I write my list on paper, like, just like somebody born in the 80s does, because I can't use my phone for, like, stuff like that. I don't know how people write lists on their phone and then just have their phone out the whole time. Like, I've tried that before. I don't know, I've dropped the phone. I prefer paper. I don't think that'll ever change. And then Alicia, she's smart when she goes to the store and she makes a grocery list because she'll put the items in order of where you have to walk around the store. So, do you know what I mean? Like, so like if you go up and down like certain aisles, she's like, okay, this isn't that aisle. Like she knows all that stuff in her head. I think that's pretty cool. I don't do that because that's just too much thinking for me. And so there was a bunch of stuff I had to get, and I write it down, and then I forgot to bring like a pen to cross off the things that I get at the store. So I've got this like little piece of paper with all these things on it, and like pretty much I spent 45 minutes in an almost empty Wegmans, just back and forth between like the aisles, the frozen area, like the dry, like I just was all over the fucking store for like 45 minutes. Like I got to work out. I was like so hot in there that I had a fear like, oh my God, like I had a thought, was I going to barf? Because when I get overheated, I get nauseous. And then I kind of had the sense of maybe. And then I was like, no, I can't. Like, I've got this cart full of bullshit. I'm trying to find out what the next item I need is. Now I'm feeling hot. I'm gonna, like, throw up. And there's no bathroom anywhere close to me at this point. It's, like, the opposite side. Like, all the way at the end of the store from where I was. And so I raced down to the freezer area. And I put my face inside, like, all the stockers were out putting the stuff up on the shelves, so they had just stocked the vegetable area, and all the peas in the vegetable bags, they were all full. So I just stuck my face into the freezer on a bag of peas. I just kind of, like, pushed my face into that bag of peas, and I didn't even care what I looked like. It was more important that I didn't throw up, because that would invite a whole other slew of like fucking attention that I would not want. Sorry for the dry mouth. I'm gonna try to take a sip of water. Anyways, yeah, so that happened. And then like when I felt like I wasn't going to throw up, I grabbed a few more things from the list. There's some things like I was at one side of the store. I would have had to go back to the other side. I already been around that store. I had done laps. I was like, you know what? We don't need those to go peanut butters. Like, I'll just scoop it out of the jar like a normal fucking person. Yeah, because Alicia likes to take, like, I cut up apples and then she takes the to-go peanut butter things because they're just easier. But yeah, there were just some things I was like, sorry, I'm not going to be able to get that. But it was like ridiculous. I was sweating, like it was rolling down my face. It was like when I sweat, I don't do like, my pits don't, how when people get sweaty, like you can see the stain, like the sweat stains on their pits. Like I don't do that. I get boob sweat and back sweat. So there's just like, the small of my back is just like you can see it's all wet from sweat. And then here's the fun part, because this this hoodie was red, so my boob sweat, I had a sports bra on, and the boob sweat was just so much that it soaked through the hoodie, and it's obviously boob sweat. Like, that's what that looks like. And so I'm like, what the fuck, man? I'm just like this sweaty, gross mess, like trying to find food and, I don't know where anything is. Oh, and the layout thing, that's what I meant to say. They fucking changed their store all the way around too. And I was so disappointed because the layout is like 10 times worse than how it was the last time they did it. Who the fuck, like, plans these layouts? Who, like, thinks... I mean... It's almost like they want to try to get all of the things in there that they can to make all of the money, and then it doesn't matter how much stuff they want to have that they can sell, as long as they can fit it in the store, and hopefully people can, like, get around all the mess. That's what I think that some people, like, think when they plan these layouts, because it makes no sense. Like, you can't see things. There's, like, just random displays like in the middle of like an aisle. Like, I don't fucking know what they were thinking, but it sucked. So like, not only, I mean, I was running laps because I didn't know where anything fucking was. And sure, I could read the sign that says pasta in this aisle and coffee in this aisle, but at that point, when I thought I was gonna barf, I was trying to figure out what to do. I was sweating, like I could see boob sweat dripping down my back, down my like fucking ass crack, and like, or probably I'm like, man, am I ripe now? People gonna smell me? What are they gonna think when they look at me? And then I'm like, I'm just trying to buy some fucking groceries, and I'm like getting close to like a meltdown. And all of this is happening inside my fucking head. Inside my head. You would never know if you looked at me that all of this was going on inside my head. I have not been to the store in a while, if you can tell. I haven't had to get groceries in person in like a while. Unless, well, across the street, I like to go peruse the Dollar Tree now since they're getting like actual grocery stuff in. So like basically like the grocery shopping is I just want chocolate and fruit to water, and then the rest of the stuff is for Alicia. Her dinners, her food, for work, all that stuff. Because I don't buy normal groceries. I eat random things at random times. Oh my God. And then so like I pay for all the stuff, and then I walk out, and then I put it in the car, and then I look both ways in the parking lot. It's pretty, there's cars there, but nothing was coming. And I go to roll the cart across the road to the little cart holder, and out of nowhere, this white Jeep just comes speeding around the corner, and I would have gotten hit if I didn't jump back. And I'm like, what the fuck? And the car just kept going, and there was this older lady, she was walking, she was on that other side of the road, and she holds up her hand, like, she just, like, shakes her hand with her middle finger up. She's like, fuck you! What the fuck? Oh my God. This lady was, like, so old. She was, like, oh my God, like, I don't know, so old. I'm not making fun of her age. It was just hilarious. Like, this lady, she was slowly walking, pushing her little cart, and then all of a sudden, very quickly, her arm shoots up into the air, and she sticks up her middle finger at that cart. I just started fucking laughing. Oh my God, that was hilarious. That lady was laughing too. But why are you driving like that in a parking lot? Like, what is wrong with people? I don't understand, like, what goes through people's minds. Like, do you not have any concern for, like, the welfare of other people around you? I would have gotten hit. And I'm not really the kind of person to like, let me jump into action real quick and see if I can catch that license plate number and jot it down and then report it to the police. My mind doesn't work like that. I can't, I wouldn't be able to do it. When things like this happen, I just accept, hey, I'm still alive. I should be grateful for that. Oh God. And then I'm driving home. Do you ever feel like when you're driving through a school area and it has you reduce your speed to like 15 or 20 in the school zone, and like you're just putzing along real slow, and then you get to like the stop signs and you look both ways and then you slowly start off? I feel like a creeper. I feel like a creeper who's searching for children. And I don't know how not to think this way, but like, and I know it's for safety. I know, like, you slow down for kids' safety so you don't hit them. But I can't help but think, like, I feel like I'm, like, on the hunt for children or something. Like, I'm just slowly driving around, looking all around. Where is a kitty? There's a kid. There, you know, like, that feels weird. It just feels like I'm creeping. I don't know why I said that, but I wanted to say that because, like, I have anxiety, and I wanted to include that as the end of my story. Nope, that wasn't the end of the story. So then, like, I get home. I'm bringing this shit up. So, like, we have this ledge. I have enough muscle power to put the Fruit2O water cases up on the ledge. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, you have to go upstairs to get to the door. And then there's this ledge. And, like, I don't like to walk upstairs all the time. So I can, like, lift the thing, put it on the ledge. And there's other stuff I don't have the strength for that I have to, like, go up the stairs. And so it had just rained recently. And I have these really old DCs. Like, the shoes are almost, I need to buy a new pair, but I like to wear everything until I can't wear it anymore. There's no traction on these shoes. And so I slip in the mud, and the other regular bottle, like, I have a regular, like, spring water pack. There's, like, a pack of 35, bottles I was trying to carry upstairs. Just slipped on the mud. The whole thing went flying. Bottles were everywhere. So fucking embarrassing. So embarrassing. Oh, my God. It's so sunny out. That's another thing. Like, why? Why? I hate sun. I hate it. I'm so blind, like, walking to stores, like, I can't see shit. And so, like, I went and I scooped up the bottles, and I was like, this is no big deal, this is no big deal, this is no big deal. Like, people do this all the time. Nobody's at their windows looking out at you right now. This is just you being paranoid. I looked up, and there was a neighbor, the one that always has her dog out, and she's like, go potty, go potty. That fucking bitch was at her window looking out. I saw her. She wasn't even trying to hide. She was just standing, like, I hide. I don't make it known that I'm fucking spying on you. I'm like, this is just like the worst day ever. Why did I get up early? And then, so I get all the water and I bring it inside, and there's one more thing I have to go down to the car for. And then I go down the first step, and then I fucking slip because there's still mud on my shoes. I thought I wiped it all off. And so, like, I go boom, 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 boom down the 5 wooden fucking steps. I got this big old bruise on my ass now, and it hurts to sit. And that lady is still at the fucking window. Like, she was still there. So I waved. She waved back. Like, she for real waved back. I'm like, oh my God, she's going to come out. I have to grab this thing and run inside because she's that neighbor. That's just, she's always out. She wants people to hear her. She's probably a little lonely, you know, no judgment or anything, but like, I was pretty certain that she was going to leave that window and then, like, come out and make sure I was okay. And I did not want to have any social interaction. So I ran to the car. I grabbed the shit. And then I, like, fucking ran inside. I don't even know if she came out of her house, but that's how fast I was. And I was in so much pain, and I fell 2 fucking times outside the house. Like, what is wrong with me? And so here I am, and I just wanted to say that out loud. I think I staved off a meltdown, or maybe I actually had one, and maybe it was like a mini meltdown. I don't know what the fuck, but I didn't throw up in public. Thank goodness I did not. I was just talking about that yesterday, too. Like, because usually Like, I'm good now. Now, like, if I'm around the house and it's like I mowed and like I can tell when I'm about to barf, it's past the point of like it not happening. And then I have like a good 30 seconds to stroll into the house, grab my little barf bucket and barf. So I've gotten to where like I can stave it off for like 30 seconds. But like when I'm in public, I can't. There's no fan. I just need some cold air, something. I don't know. And it's just so hard to do. And like, what would I do if I threw up in public? If I just threw up at Wegmans in the middle of an aisle, here's what I would do for real. I would just leave the cart. I would turn around and walk away, leave the store and not go back for a whole year because they probably had me on cameras. And then like maybe if I were to go back like a week later, maybe the security people that are monitoring the cameras in the store are like, oh, there's that girl that threw up. Like, this is the shit goes through my head. That's why, those to-go peanut butter cups, they were not a big deal because it was either chance barfing, like this is how I have to think when I'm out in public. And my life isn't hard. It's not that hard. You get in the car, you go to stores, you purchase things. People do it every day, all the time, and they don't have like ordeals like this because they don't think twice about it. Oh man, how sometimes I wish I was like that kind of a person. So I don't think I'm going to be going I think I have to go back to, I can only go to like 1 or 2 places max by myself. Because if we go like store hopping or whatever, I don't care because I'm just along for the ride. She does all the driving, Okay, I feel better now. Hopefully this was relatable. And, I just wanted to, oh my God, stores suck. Like, thank goodness for like delivery services, but, I'm gonna for sure make sure that I will give up like my fund money. Cause like when we do the budget, we do, here's what we have for bills. And then we each get like our fund money for like our own accounts. I don't remember what I was going to say just now. Fuck. What was I going to... Oh, fun money. I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, that's so embarrassing. Fun money. Oh, fun money. That's where I was going. I would allocate my fun money toward Instacart. That's how much I don't want to go back to the store next week. I'm just going to go ahead and maybe, I don't know, maybe a couple times a year. I don't fucking know. Wegmans is just ridiculous. Does anybody out there work at Wegmans? Because if you do, and you're in like Eastern New York, like what the fuck is up with the layouts with the store? It's ridiculous. Were you guys drunk when like you came up with this? And then like as you were setting up the store, you really thought that all of those choices were good ideas? They were not. They were not. Those are like accidents waiting to happen, cart crashes, all kinds of stuff. So go back to the drawing board and like redo that one. And thanks for listening to me. Hopefully this was relatable, and goodbye.